All right. Are we already live on YouTube?
Yeah, almost. Just give me 2
Almost.
minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Almost. Okay. No, that's fine.
We are live on YouTube.
Right. All right. Can we see how many people are already there? So I can say if there are not many people already on YouTube live, then it doesn't make any sense to start telling them that I would like to get their feedback in terms of markets to analyze.
From my end, it currently says 10 views.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we still wait. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wait 1 more minute or 2 minutes and then we start. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, very warm welcome from my side to today's live trading session. I hope you enjoyed last week and previous week's live trading session as well. This is, I think, the fourth part of the series. We do this every Friday at the same time. My name is, again, quick introduction. My name is Bernd Skorupinksi. I'm a hedge fund manager. I'm the CEO of Online Trading Campus. We are here, we are a licensed investment consultancy, regulated and approved by UAE competent government authorities, and we focus on trading and investing education. And obviously, I'm a full-time and multi-asset trader. And what we're going to do today, we're going to analyze the markets. So if you have any kind of questions, if you would like to get any kind of markets being analyzed from my side in the next 30 plus minutes. So if you say you would like to get GDP, British pound, US dollar, British pound, Japanese yen, US dollar, Japanese yen, Dow Jones, gold, silver, whatever market you would like me to analyze for you and find some trading ideas, please don't hesitate and ask into the chat that is available for you. I don't have access to your chat, but one of the equity team members, they will forward me the questions here in the Zoom chat window, and I will see what you would like to get analyzed. All right, so let me know any kind of markets that you would like to go through. I will start here with the Dow Jones, the US 30. All right, so Dennis already first one, first come, first serve, Aussie US dollar. Okay, Dennis, I will do Aussie US dollar, but first equity indices. Okay, anyway, they are all the same, they're all correlated. So it's enough if I analyze the Dow Jones here. And I did this yesterday already in our live trading session. And I'll talk about this. We go live every single day on our own platform. I'll talk about this in around 15 minutes or so, but the analysis is still here on the chart. Let me go through with you. So this is the Dow Jones future. So for you, you might trade the CFD, the derivative. So it's the US 30, right? So very interesting. Look at this. Now, this is a daily chart. So what happened is that we broke now this strong supply zone. If you're not aware of supply and demand, it doesn't matter. Also, this is something we can teach you, but I will talk about this. I will speak about this later. Now, we broke this strong supply zone, and the next supply zone is only up there. All right. And on the way, I remove these lines quickly. On the way, and I remove this one. I need this in a second. On the way of breaking this supply zone here, we created a new demand zone. All right. So I don't know if I hope you guys watched my last week's session and the week session before. We have our own proprietary forecasting tools that we developed in-house. One of them is like here that we call Campus Algo Forecast, that tells you what's very likely gonna happen in the future in terms of price movement, right? And we can also see what the smart money is doing, what the banks, institutions, the big hedge funds and the market makers, what they are doing, right? If they are bullish or bearish on a particular market. And we can also see what the retail trader, right, the ones that are losing most of the times, are doing in the financial market, right? So we would like to avoid them or do the opposite, right? You might have heard of the term herd mentality, right? The retailers, they usually follow the herd, right? So we have to avoid that. We have to run against the herd. So if we know that they are biased into in a particular market, like they are bearish on the equity indices, then maybe we should be bullish, right? And vice versa. Now, what we know is, based on our Campo Smart Money tool that the hedge funds and the institutions, the big money, the powerhouses in this game, right? They are bullish on the equity indices right now, and the herd, right? The retail traders, they are bearish. All right. So this gives us an indication, right, that we are biased as well in one direction. It's not a timing tool, right? Again, I say this every single time. It's not a timing tool. It's just giving us a bias as well. So we are bullish since we want to follow the smart money. We want to follow the powerhouses in this game. These are the big influential banks and institutions like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, etc. Right? And now, and our forecasting tool here that you see here, this is today, right, is also giving us, so you see it's sloping up. You see this here. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. So you see this. So it's going higher. It's going higher here, but it gives you also these pivot highs and pivot lows. So it gives you good buying points, right? So the next good buying point is around, here's one buying point, here's a low, right? It's on the 16th of August. Here's another buying point on the 22nd of August. So this is like a forecasting tool that gives us good buying opportunities. And you see, and then price is supposed to go higher. Now, if you look at supply and demand as well, then we know now on the way up, we broke the supply zone and we created a new demand zone. All right. You see here with entry here, we will talk about entry and stop loss in a second and potential targets. So what we would do is we could potentially do one thing, right? We can do two things. I tell you what I will do, right? But I give you another option as well. So in case today, right? In case you see yesterday's candle, if we trade below yesterday's candle, if you trade below yesterday's candle, you can short the equity indices. Yes, you heard me right. You can short the equity indices. But you just said yes. But you said we should be bullish. Yes, we should be bullish. But in the short term, we can be bearish. However, this is just an option that you have, shorting the equity indices once we trade below yesterday's candle. You can do this on the S&P 500. You can do this on the NASDAQ as well. And you put your stop loss above yesterday's candle. All right. And your target is in front of that kind of demand zone here, which is that rally base rally. Now, I want to show you one thing. This is a trading opportunity, right? So this would be basically, right? Let me indicate that. That would be your risk here. That would be your risk. And that would be your profit potential, right? So what you see is basically that your risk is more or less a little bit more than your profit potential. So for me personally, this is a trade that I will not take because my risk is almost the same that my profit potential, right? So something that me as a trader or a risk manager, I would never do, right? Could you potentially do that and take quick profits? Yes, but this is something that I personally would not do, right? Now, what I would rather like to do is wait for price to come down here, being patient, right, into this demand zone on a daily chart, starting around 32,782. So it's a rally-based rally, and put the stop loss below that demand zone, which is around 32,314. It's the red line, right? So now this becomes my risk, right, from entry, right, from entry here, 32,782 to stop loss, 32,314. all right? And now my profit potential, as I told you, the next supply zone is only up here now, right? So my profit potential now here becomes like this. And now, and this is what we call risk to reward ratio, right? In our academy, we talk much more about that specific KPI, key performance indicator, right? So you always want to have a small risk versus high reward potential, right? We call this also profit margin or risk to reward proposition. And you see, you have that as a risk and that as a profit margin. And this is the trade that I personally gonna wait for, right? That's the trade that I'm personally gonna wait for on the equity indices. And this is the move, right? And the price might come down here. You see, this is our forecasting tool down here. If I put here a vertical line around the 16th, so it's next week. Today is Friday, so it's early next week. Or we have another buying opportunity on the 22nd, which then we can discuss again next Friday in our live trading session, right? That's on the equity indices. So we should be bullish on the equity indices. We have a lot of profit potential to the upside. Can you short this for quick profits? Yes, I don't recommend that, right? Because here again, risk to reward proposition is much higher to the upside. Now, I already talked about so many things, right? I spoke about so our own proprietary forecasting tools, what the smart money is doing, what the dumb money is doing, our here algo forecast that can tell us how price very likely is going to move in the future, supply and demand, risk to reward ratio. So this might be a little bit overwhelming for you, just like listening to me in the past 15 minutes. So that's why, like in cooperation with equity, I want to open that here. We launched 2 weeks ago Kenya's first virtual trading floor and educational platform, right? Yes, you heard me right. We launched Kenya's first virtual trading floor here. The website is tradingcampus.co. Tradingcampus.co. You see it up here, right? So you can join that, and we do live trade. We do live trading there almost every single day. There's we have a very extensive supply and demand course there. You have your own social trading platform. It's like the complete solution, so to say, right? So tradingcampus.co, and this is where not only me, but also other mentors and full-time traders from our academy here in Dubai are trading live. And we're giving trading signals on a daily basis, obviously, right? Not only on the equity indices, on all commodities, gold, silver, and on all the Forex pairs and also stocks, right? So also Forex, obviously, we do. So this is tradingcampus.co, okay? Tradingcampus.co, just you can sign up here. All right. Now, Q&A. So gold. So there's so gold, a lot of gold. But Dennis asked first Aussie dollar, and then we look at gold. All right. Aussie dollar. I think Aussie dollar last week or so we analyzed as well. I can't remember. We did this in a live trading session. All right. So first I want to show you the weekly chart. Right. So, and this is already prepared, not because I prepared. I prepared it. I didn't prepare it for this particular session. I prepared it for this was yesterday's live trading session in our community. On tradingcampus.co, right? So we are right now price on the weekly chart. We are here what we call equilibrium. So what smart money is not necessarily decisively buying or selling, right? So what we would like price to have in one of these extremes, right? These extremes are up here and down here, right? So, but you see price is moving into the higher extreme, which tells us for us Aussie dollar, we very soon can look to short Aussie dollar, right? We talk swing trading here, obviously, okay? So once price is in that area, higher area, we look to short. So now I'm looking at the daily chart and look what the forecasting tool is telling us and look at where we can find maybe a nice shorting opportunity in this particular area that we were just looking at, right? So you see here, and by the way, that's why we talked about Aussie dollar yesterday in our community, right? On our virtual trading floor. So you see here this drop-based drop here with entry 7189. So you can say 7190 and stop loss 7263. All right. So this is and you look at this, price is still going down. So if and the low is going to be only on the 25th of August, right? So if we come up here next week, early next week, right? If we come up here early next week, we can still short the Aussie dollar from that nice daily supply zone, all right? And your profit potential, let me put the target here with the blue line. That's the blue line. So that's the entry, right? And there's going to be another nice trade, obviously, but this is only coming into fruition somewhere in September. And look, this is where the Aussie dollar is going to drop heavily. So now, but we can still prepare for a short here, right? Entry 7190 around that area, that drop-based drop, right? And stop loss 7263, right? The red dotted line, and target here before we call this opposing demand. This is opposing demand. Put our target before that area, and this is our target. And you see now what happens again, just to highlight this, and this is when you are a professional trader, you look always for one thing, right? One thing, regardless. And we don't have any, when people ask me, what's your favorite market, right? I don't have a favorite market. What I have is only, I look at risk to reward proposition. And me personally, I really couldn't care less what I trade, because we trade everything from FX to futures, all the commodities, all the equity indices, stocks. We teach and trade everything, right? Because what we look for is always risk to reward proposition. This is the most important thing. And then I really couldn't care less what we trade, right? So, and look, this is the risk versus the reward, right? So small risk, big reward. And by the way, as a trader, this is the only way how you survive. Like real talk here, everybody who tells you something different tells you nonsense. It's not a professional. You only survive as a trader if you have big winners, right? Not in monetary terms, right? I'm not speaking monetary terms. I'm speaking in reward terms. Small risk, high reward. And this is the only way how you can survive in the market, because we're gonna have losers. We all lose in the market once in a while, right? This is trading, right? But if you have bigger winners than losers, right, then the bigger winners can compensate the losers that you have, right? The only way how you can survive in the market, full stop, right? And everyone who tells you something different is not a professional, all right? So very important. So small risk, high reward. And this is what we are looking in the market, right? So now everyone is saying gold. All right, let me do gold and crude oil. And then I'm talking, it's time is always flying. Crude oil, what we said, gold, right? So everyone wants to see gold, because I told everyone in my very first session, right, to buy gold down here, right? My very first session, this was 4 weeks. Was it 4 weeks ago? This is the fourth session, so this was 4 weeks ago. Let me get our forecasting tool here. Let me get our forecasting tool. Where is it? Scaling up. So smart money, by the way, we don't have so much time, but it's down here, our smart, we talked about this every week so far, right? So you can watch the recordings. I hope equities recordings, these webinar recordings are on YouTube, so you can follow maybe from the first one. That is proof that I told everyone, I hope you bought gold down here. This is where I told everyone to buy gold and silver, by the way, right? And also in the community, this is like, was like, you see, small risk, high reward. Right. Anyway, we don't talk about past trades. I just want to. I hope that you guys bought gold when we said to buy gold. Right now, because smart money is still bullish on gold. First rule met. Right. We have rules in the market. Guess what? We have rules, right? Because we want to trade as mechanic as possible, right? To avoid all these emotions like fear and greed. So we want to have rules for all the markets, and these rules are the same. What is smart money doing? So these are the rules that have to be met, right? So first rule, what is smart money doing? They are bullish. Wow, we are also bullish in that case, right? Just by default. Now, the dumb money, the herd, right? The retailers, they are bearish. Perfect, right? So we avoid them. So we stay bullish, obviously. Now, the forecasting tool here is telling us, right? We are still bullish, right? Here still, though, we get the best buying opportunity. You see that here around, it's still gonna go up potentially here. I'm not so, you see, when we talk about our forecasting tool, again, in our community, we talk much more about that. What is important, I'm looking at these big pivot lows, right? These big pivot lows and the big pivot highs. Everything in between is not so important to me, right? The small zigzags are not so important to me. Now, what I can tell you though is that we are still bullish here, forecasting tool as well. But I don't want to buy here because, right, another rule is supply and demand has to be met as well. And right now we are in a daily and weekly supply, right, which is expensive. So we don't want to buy here. So we have to wait for price to come down first, right? So so what we can do now here is we can move this zone higher, the demand zone, and we have to wait for price. Maybe we're gonna get, so otherwise that move is gone for now, right? Otherwise that move is gone for now, and we cannot participate here because we cannot buy in. So we cannot buy in supply. Now, either what's gonna happen is maybe we're gonna get a drop down here, and then we buy, right, around 17.52. Maybe we get a big drop, right? This is something we cannot anticipate here in that case, right? Because I say in case price is going to go down, we're going to buy down here, right? 1752 roughly, right? Stop loss at 1718, right? With again making here higher highs, right? Or what's maybe potentially going to happen if we rally from here today and next week, and then we create a new demand zone here. It hasn't been created though yet. I'm just saying potentially, and we can buy this area. But we need this to see that something happens here first. Because right now we are in supply, and supply we are not allowed to buy as professional traders, right? You cannot buy here full stop, right? Can you short here? Potentially, yes. But again, it would be against the rules because smart money is still bullish. We never want to trade against smart money, also not short term, not ideally. Right? Because this is what hurts you eventually, right? You can be right once or twice, but eventually in the long run, that's going to hurt you. So you don't want to trade with that. You don't want to short against the big powerhouses in the market, right? Against the banks and institutions. So what we have to do here, patiently waiting, ideally patiently waiting for price to come lower into this daily demand zone here, right? This is the entry, this is the stop loss, right? Can draw the zone on your CFD, XAU, USD. Again, I'm looking at gold futures, right? You just have to align the zones. Again, if this is going too fast for you and you're feeling overwhelmed, again, I can just tell you, just join us on Trading Campus here, CO. This is where we explain everything. You have the courses, you learn how to become a professional trader, give daily signals, daily live trading again. It's the complete solution to become a professional trader, right? And we made this possible only. So we launched here the first Kenya's first virtual trading floor, and in cooperation with Equity. Otherwise, we couldn't do that, right? So now, again, this is buying gold. So right now, I recommend, and I do the same, right? I took profits up here in supply. I stay put. I'm still bullish, but I stay put until we come down and getting cheap again, and then we can buy again. All right. I hope this answers. I hope this answers all your gold questions. Staying put. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you right now buy or sell. It's like most of the times as a trader, trading is a waiting game. We have to be patient as traders, right? So you have to wait. Please wait. All right. Now, Joseph, I hope I answered your questions, right? Joseph, you have many questions. I'm not sure if you are part of our community. Sorry, if you are, then please ask these questions. Join our community, and if you're part of it, then ask these questions in our live trading session. On Monday, we are again live, right? And if not, then join our our community, right? tradingcampus.co. All right, so we did gold. So let me do one more thing. And let me do crude oil, right? And crude oil. There's a lot of also British pound. Okay, then let me go. I think a lot of you guys trading British pound related pairs. So let me do British pound now. British pound. Right. I think we did. I think the analysis here we did as well. I have to check. All right. Let me do the daily chart first. All right. So look at this. You see this might be obvious now for you. We might be bottoming on the British pound soon, right? It might be start rising soon. The latest, right? End of August. You see here, 23rd of August. Then we might gonna go up, right? All the way along. Long move to the upside. This was my trading alert. No worries if you heard that bell ringing. This was a trading alert from my side, from my trade station. All right, 16th until 16th of September. All right, so now there is several demand sitting. There's demand sitting here. However, this demand is a retest of this demand. So I'm not necessarily a fan of that. So the demand, good-looking demand is down here, right? There's this demand here. We can say, let's see if we can buy, look to buy short term. Let me do a 120-minute chart, so 2-hour chart. All right, it's close. This would be a short term. I don't know if you guys like intraday as well, right? Look at this. We are very close. This is a level on top of level. So let's go for the level on top of level. So your entry, this is tested. So your entry, profit margin here. This is supply. So your entry is down here at 128.5. Stop loss. So you see we are bottoming on the US. We're kind of bottoming. It's not the, so I would not now here. It's blue. Right, so this is your target. So you see here, this is your risk. You see the numbers here, right? Entry 120.85, stop loss 120.50.55, right? So this is your risk. Style, color, right? So let me highlight this for you to visualize it, right? Maybe you're sitting in front of your, mobile also, and you barely see that. And this is your profit potential. All right. So this is the short-term entry, and this is your short-term target intraday, 120-minute chart, right? So you see, because where's the chart here? So this is your entry, because smart money, right? We are bottoming now here, and this is demand, right? We are bottoming now here. The big buying, this is, I don't think yet that this is the bottom of all bottoms. You see, according to our forecasting tool, the bottom of all bottoms will only come, not the bottom of all bottoms, but the bigger bottom you see here when we're going to go up here will only come around the end of the month, right? And this might be more like down here, all right? So this is a short-term buy with the target, and down here, this is like more like a swing trade, right? Waiting for price to come all the way down here, and then we could hold this. You see here also longer. See that? It's almost 1 month where we could hold that. All right. So this is for all swing traders, but this is far away, right? But for all short-term traders, this is a very nice, decent 2-hour chart zone. Entry here 128.5, stop loss 120.55, target 121.64. All right, this is British pound. So short-term right now already bullish, and we might make another smaller drop, right? Because we are overall in a downtrend, and then around end of the month we might, but we're gonna have anyway so many live trading sessions until then on Fridays. But again, if you join us on tradingcampus.co, we will do we will go live almost every day, and you will get updates there as well, right? So chat. The tool, what is the name of the tool? So we got again a question on YouTube. What is the tool that we are using? These are our tools. So I'm a full-time trader since almost a decade, right? So these are tools that we developed ourselves. This took us years to develop. These are our proprietary tools, right? Call it Campus Algo Forecast and Campus Smart Money Index, right? This is like, there's patent pending tools, right? These are our own tools. We share it in our community, right? Tradingcampus.co. This is where we share it, but this is our tool, so we will not find it on MetaTrader. So I get always that question, where do I find it on MetaTrader? We don't give it to everyone, right? We only share it in our community, and you see it here in the live trading session, right? This is where we analyze the market. These are very important tools, all right? Now, Euro JPY. So we have British pound JPY as well. I think we did the analysis last week, but just to again, and then we do it. I minimize the chart here. So also on British pound JPY, we might bottom. You see, it's still dropping, right? And our tool is telling us prices is continue to drop. However, we might bottom soon. Ideally, right? Last time I said we want to sell all the way up here, but right now it doesn't look like price is coming back up here. In case price is coming back up here for whatever reason, right? This is daily supply, and we had highlighted a nice lower time frame zone up here on I think a 240-minute on a 4-hour chart. Up here, right, to a 4-hour chart, beautiful ready base drop here where we could potentially short the market, right? But it looks like it's far away. But just highlight that on your chart in case we're coming back up here. This is definitely something we're gonna short. But it looks like that we're gonna bottom quite soon, right? Because look, smart money is telling us that we're gonna bottom here end of the month as well. If we before that bottom here, as I said, coming up here, we're gonna short, but we're gonna wait until, and so we're gonna short up here. Very simple, right? The strategy here, right? Because we say this is the bottom, you see, and then we're gonna, wow, look at this, how we're gonna move up. It's like gonna be like 2 months almost, we're going to go shift higher on British pound JPY. Then we're going to get bullish on British pound JPY. Right now, we are still bearish for the next 2 weeks or so, right? For the next 10 days, we are still, for the next 10 days, we are still bearish, right? So if we come back up here, we short, I just showed you that level on that 4-hour chart, right? And next week, we can talk about going long because then we are bottomed and it depends where we are. Right now, to be honest, I don't really see nice areas to buy, right? So that's why we have to wait until we come, right? I right now, me as a professional, I wouldn't like to buy that market. I don't see any kind of nice area to buy that market, but this can change, right? Because the buy areas, right, where we would like to buy only comes on the 22nd of August. Right now, we would like to still sell, and the only sell area is up here, right? And by the way, guys, really everything in between, this is right. This is where we want to sell. 165, stop loss 166. And believe me, everything in between, like all these 5-minute areas, 2-minute charts and sniper whatsoever, this is the biggest nonsense that exists, right? Believe me, like in my whole career, right? And I've been personally trained by former floor traders of Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I've been trained by the biggest former market maker of natural gas on the New York Stock Exchange. I've been personally mentored by these people, right? And none of them is looking at 1-minute, 2-minute, 5-minute charts. This is the biggest nonsense in the world, believe me that. And if somebody is telling you that he makes consistent income, consistent, right? Not once in a while profit, right? Everybody can make once in a while profit. It's like, it's like gambling, right? It's like you bet in one direction and then it goes up or down, right? Everybody can make money once in a while, right? But consistent income throughout like 6 months, throughout 1 year, this is impossible to do on a 1-minute, 5-minute charts or whatever these other, they call it sniper strategy or whatever. It's for us professional, it's funny. So don't do that, right? You're here to learn, I guess, right? So just avoid this nonsense, right? This doesn't benefit you, right? So now up here and everything in between for me is just like noise that I would like to. All right, this is British pound JPY, and let's look at Euro JPY. This was also, and then I think we can call it a day, right? Euro JPY. Let me just check the chat. And Euro, because we are already over time. We have 30 minutes, right? So one more, but this doesn't hurt anyone, right? So on Euro JPY, you see here, we are also bottoming soon, around the 22nd, and then we're gonna go higher. So again, in between, you see here, we can still be for the next week or so, right? We can still be for next 10 days. We can still be bearish, right? So potentially when price going to go higher here, we had a nice swing trade opportunity. And then when price going to come lower, right around the 22nd, then we are getting bullish, you see, and we're getting bullish for a very long time. We have some pivot highs and pivot lows, but I just want to show you that there are here on this chart, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching, there are some really, really nice demands on slower. We can look at them. I mean, in our community, tradingcampus.co, we anyway going to look at that stuff. But this is something that really down here, I even would like to buy that, right? So this is compared to the British pound JPY, where I say, I don't see anything just yet being developed or anything there that I would like to buy when we are bottoming. Here, I see that immediately, nice demand zones, great buying opportunities. When our tool, right, and this is like in terms of rules, very important, we call it all stars have to be aligned, right? Not only one rule has to be met, all rules has to be met, because then we have the highest probability in our favor. And market trading, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this is not no surprise for you. There's no certainty in the market, right? It's all about probability. So we put as much probability in our favor that we can, and then we have in the long run we have a profitable outcome, right? It's just statistics. All right. So now we're gonna go. We wait either. So very simple. For swing trading, you wait for price to go up here to short until the 22nd, and if price is not coming back up here, you wait for price to come down here for swing long around the 22nd, right? You see then price is going to drift higher. All right. So I think we can call it a day. We are already over time. Again, I would like to welcome you soon, hopefully, at our Kenya's first virtual trading floor, where we offer education, where we offer all our tools, where we offer daily signals, where it's again a full complete solution, tradingcampus.co. I'm going to meet you there. And if not, then I meet you next Friday here again. All right, guys. Trade safe and trade smart, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.